What is up, guys? Man, this is my Backlash review, and man, it could have been better for the first ever SmackDown live pay per view, but it was you'll see what I'm saying. All right, I wanted to try to start with the pre-show or not, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and hit you guys up with the pre-show. Tell you guys what happened in this pre-show. Uh, So like really, before I really get into the stuff, it was tonight was it was some parts were good, some parts were different. You could tell the show felt shorter. I can say that the show did feel shorter than usual. Maybe it's just because we don't have both Raw and SmackDown together anymore. It felt shorter, like way shorter than usual. But hey. Um, okay, so I'm just gonna go into the pre-show first. We got the pre-show, man. We had a Baron Corbin versus Apollo Cruz, and this was I this match was it was okay. It was a good long match. I guess they tried to take up most of the hour, and it was I would say it was about 20, maybe around 25 minutes. It was actually really decent. I just wish Apollo would have won this match. Baron Corbin won. Uh, Cruz got like dropped like right dead on his jaw, and like right into a knee from Corbin, and Corbin just picked him up, nails him with the end of days, and he got the win off of it just like that. And Cruz picks up another loss. Like Cruz is, I hate the fact that Cruz is one of those people. He's so unique and he can do all this stuff, but yet they have him losing, like just losing. That's kind of upsetting. But yeah, that's where they have Cruz. But let's see, getting into the show. We got first Shane McMahon comes out, and then after that Daniel Bryan comes out. And they were just explaining how the night was gonna go. It was the first ever episode we're having a SmackDown live pay per view, and they were just like, naming all the stuff that was going down. The Intercontinental title will be defended. Miz and Dolph Ziggler, WWE Championship will be defended between AJ and Dean Ambrose, and then you got the women's title that will be crowned, and the six-pack challenge, and then you got the tag team titles that will be, decided as well also tonight. But first, Shane McMahon, he said the first match out of all four of those matches will be the six-pack challenge. So we opened up, Backlash with this six-pack challenge for the women's title. And man, this was yeet. That's all I gotta say. It was yeet. This was botchamania. This whole match was botch. And the biggest botch out of this whole entire match was a botch by Naomi, man. Naomi, she was freaking like I wasn't. She timed it all wrong. It was Natalia's fault too. Natalia ran at the ropes, and Naomi was supposed to catch Natalia with the Hurricane Rana. And man, what the heck, man? Man, Naomi freaking just missed the whole Hurricane Rana. Then Natalie, she just looked at her. Then she looked at her feet. Then she ran back. And then they tried to repeat it. Then they messed it up the second time. And then they had to do it a third time after that. And then they finally got it right. Three times. Three times. And then on top of that, all they did was just throw people out the ring the whole time. It wasn't like a brawl inside. It was just, look, two people at the ring, and then someone would get thrown out. Then someone else would jump in. Then that next person get thrown out. Then someone else would jump in. And then this match was just, man, that was horrible. But, man, first Alexa Bliss got eliminated. After Alexa Bliss, we had after the next Alexa Bliss got eliminated, we had was it hold on. Was it Naomi? Yeah, Naomi. I think Naomi got eliminated next. Oh no, it was Natalia. Natalia got eliminated. Natalia eliminated Naomi by no. Yeah, it was Naomi. Yeah, I was right. It was Naomi got eliminated from Natalia because Natalia locked in the sharpshooter. She locked in the sharpshooter on Naomi. Naomi tapped out to that, and then Nikki uh, Natalia and Carmella was about to they were about to double team Nikki Bella, and then Natalia turned on Carmella with a clothesline, and Nikki Bella grabbed Natalie, and she just hit her finishing move on her. And 1, 2, 3, Natalia was eliminated. This all happened really fast, guys. It was insanely fast. Then after that happened, Carmella, man, got this botched up pin on Nikki Bella. 1, 2, 3, Nikki Bella got eliminated. Then it came down to Becky and Carmella. Becky Lynch didn't do not one thing this whole entire match. Becky Lynch, literally, she was just outside the ring, knocked out the whole entire match. Carmelo grabbed Becky, gave her a bunch of slaps. Becky grabbed her arm, put on the disarmer, and Becky Lynch was the first ever WWE Women's SmackDown Women's Champion. And, she tapped out. She tapped her out, Carmella out, and sad. I don't know why, but whenever I think about this, whenever hear that, okay, Becky Lynch is the new SmackDown Live Women's Champion, it makes me feel like the Raw, the women division in Raw is higher than the women division in SmackDown. I don't know, it feels like they're like higher, like they're better because you gotta think about it, man. Everybody, like most of the people that are on SmackDown right now, they attempted to try to get that Raw Women's title and they failed. And now, Becky Lynch, we know Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch failed 3 times in a row trying to get that women's title. Then she comes over to SmackDown where she has less of the competition, then she wins it. And I don't know, this match wasn't all that. Like I said, it was just a bunch of botches, man. It was just botchamania everywhere. And let's see. Next we got man. This ruined the night. This truly just was the beginning of the ruined night. It didn't make sense, man. It really made no sense. Bray, man, after all this talk, after all the storytelling we've been hearing on SmackDown, Randy Orton, there once was a snake, and a man walked up, and the snake was about to eat a bunny, and the man picked up the bunny, and then the snake looked at him and backed up. Then the man looked at the snake and said, "You're more afraid of me than I am of you." Then he picked up the snake, and then the viper struck on the old man and the bunny. Because the Viper knew he could get all that. Then Orton says at the end of that promo on Tuesday, so I'm just going to sit back and just wait. I'm just going to wait for Bray Wyatt. And oh, hell no. Oh, we didn't get that. No, we did not get that. Because you don't know what happened. We go, literally, man, you show us a freaking WWE Network commercial. Then we come back. Bray Wyatt's attacking Randy Orton out of nowhere. Yeah, like Randy Orton's not just walking. I know we just all we see is Randy Orton's foot stuck in the door, and Bray Wyatt saying, "Nah, I'm the eater of worlds, Randy. I'm the eater of worlds." I'm like, man, what the heck is this? Like, man, these men, all this build up, all this terrible build up for this, man. Who cares? Like, seriously, man. Next, we got the Hype Bros versus the Usos because American Alpha got taken out because of the Usos' terrible attack on them. So they automatically got kicked out of the tournament. And Usos' gimmick is actually pretty good. I actually enjoyed this. Man, it was better. It was better than what I expected it. They do look like a totally different Usos team. They had on all black with some white Nikes. It was pretty good. Their moveset has changed. It's not constant super kicks anymore. No more of that spamming. But at the end of the match, pretty much the Usos beat the Hype Bros the same way that they did Chad. They did Ryder the same way they did Chad Gable, and they hit that it was Jay. Yeah, Jay hit that super kick to the back of the leg, and then he jumped on that leg, and then Jimmy locked in that submission hold on the Zack Ryder's leg, and Zack tapped out. And Usos advance on to the finals. Let's see. Next, this was also another kill of the night. You got Dolph Ziggler and The Miz, and once again another build up, just crushed, burned, destroyed, man. Build up, man. I swear it was like this for almost every match. The build up for this match, you got Ziggler talking all this stuff. First off, how how the hell does Ziggler go from freaking winning, pinning AJ Styles to getting an opportunity at SummerSlam, to being a part of the main event at SummerSlam, to freaking losing at SummerSlam, to getting a match with AJ Styles, then almost beating AJ, and then loses to AJ after all of that, and then freaking gets a match with Miz, and then loses to the Miz, man. Like, it killed me. It truly, I was just like, are you serious? After all the talk that Ziggler's done, after all this stuff, Ziggler's got in the ring, called out Miz. Miz never came in the ring. I mean, all this stuff, and then we got Miz lose. Like, it really does make him look bad. Like I said, I made a video on it earlier. At this point, I think it's just better for Dolph Ziggler to. It makes Dolph Ziggler look really bad. I think it's just time for Dolph Ziggler just to pack up his talent and go somewhere else. I think Dolph Ziggler would make a way bigger impact somewhere else. Like, seriously, I'm tired of this man getting close and then they just say yeet and just take it away, man. Like, come on, man. So the closing moments of this match, Ziggler hits the super kick, and Miz uses his legs to get to the rope. Miz comes back, DDT. He hit the DDT figure four, and Ziggler gets out of it, back and forth. Maurice gets involved, sprays Ziggler with pepper spray, and Miz comes back, skull crusher finale, which I'm sick and tired of Maurice getting involved in Miz's matches. This same thing happened at SummerSlam. The same thing happened tonight. Man, change up the script for once. Elite, man, come on, like change it up, bro. It's bull crap. That was it, man. Ziggler got pinned to this. Ziggler got pinned off that move. And The Miz retains the titles. Let's see. Next this match. No one cared about this. Like this was something that no one really cared about. This was just a waste of time. We got Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. Man, who cared? Who cared after what happened earlier in the night? It was so predictable what was going to happen next. I mean, who cares? Man, and then what happened next was even worse. Okay, so Bray Wyatt's the winner by forfeit because Randy Orton can't compete. Then out of nowhere, man, out of all the people in the back that could face Bray Wyatt, this would be the perfect time for freaking Kurt Hawkins to debut. Think about everything they could have done to freaking make this actually interesting. And you know what we get? We get Kane. The Demon Kane. Man, call a nigga Kane, man. Call somebody Kane. Man, who the hell cares, man? No one cared about this. I mean, I don't know, guys. The whole entire time this match was going on, freaking, it was just booze. Kane got the upper hand, booze. Bray Wyatt got the upper hand, booze. It was just booze all through this match because no one cared because they had all this hype talking about the Viper's going to wait and strike this and Viper's going to wait and strike that. Then the Viper gets injured the same night by Bray Wyatt's hands. That's just terrible. Kane comes out the winner because Randy Orton starts coming out and the crowd starts cheering because that's what people wanted to see. Man, I don't know why WWE makes it so complicated. They know what people want to see, man. I don't know why would they do this. But people wanted to see Randy Orton, so people start cheering. And Orton slowly walked to the ring. Bray Wyatt looked over at Kane for a second. Orton, hurry up on that. Oh my gosh, that hurt leg. Ran in and hit an RKO on Bray Wyatt. And Kane picked him up, choke slam, 1, 2, 3. Waste of time. It was terrible. Next match, we got the tag team title final match. This was the match that would decide, who will be crowned the new champion. You got the Usos versus Rhino and Heath Slater. This match was actually really good. This match was better than all the matches before. I picked the Rhino and Heath Slater to win. And G Wally, they actually did what the people wanted to see. Man, freaking they've won. Heath Slater finally gets his contract. I got to the point where if Heath Slater had lost his match, man, by the time that Kane versus Bray Wyatt match was over, man, my review for this show up until then was 4 out of 10. And then once the show was over, my review still isn't there. This is probably the lowest review I'm gonna ever give for a pay per view. Like, this is probably the lowest review I'll ever have given for a pay per view. But man, this pay per view didn't even feel like a pay per view. It felt like a live event. It just felt like a straight up live event, like one of those weird names that you've never heard of before, just that you just go to and watch it. It was like the hype just died for every match except this one, and then partly the main event. So we got man, the fans are booing the Usos. They're cheering Heath Slater. Heath Slater's showing his heel side. Um, Heath Slater gets dominated this whole entire match, all up until Rhino gets tagged in. Rhino gets taken out by the Usos. Heath Slater tags himself in, runs in, net breaker on Jimmy, net breaker on Jay, then clothesline to Jay, and then he has Jimmy Uso's in his sights, and then Jimmy Uso hits a super kick on him. Then Rhino gets in the ring when the referee's not paying attention. But at first, Heath Slater knocked out Jay again. He knocked Jay out. Jay fell down. Then Jimmy had hit the super kick on Heath Slater. And then Rhino jumped in the ring when the referee wasn't looking a gore to Jimmy. And Heath Slater rolled over for the pin. And 1, 2, 3. And Heath Slater got he pinned Jimmy for the win. And they are the first ever, SmackDown Tag Team Champion. Then he finally got a contract. To me, this was getting played out. I'm fine. I'm really glad he finally got a contract because I swear, if I had to see one more, incident where he didn't have a contract, I was probably gonna lose it. I got so tired of seeing, him competing for a contract when he had already, earned one. I really felt like this should have ended. They shouldn't have carried this on this long, but at least it's finally over and he has his contract. And, he's a champion. Once again, we can finally say Heath Slater's a champion. This was the only entertaining part about the whole entire show. One of the biggest entertaining parts about the whole entire show. Now we got the main event, man. Before I get in this main event, let me tell you how much of a crappy ending it was on SmackDown. Man, it didn't even feel like there was a pay-per-view this Sunday on SmackDown. The ending of SmackDown was horrible. It ended with you just heard Dean Ambrose with a smart aleck line because the face that runs the place, is going to come in second place or some dumb crap like that, and then a nut shot to Dean Ambrose, and that's it. That's what we got. That's how we go into a pay-per-view for this Sunday. Man, at least hit the guy with a freaking phenomenal forearm or a Styles Clash, man. Make it flashy. Something that shows, hey, this Sunday, this is serious. But, man, this match was pretty decent. But it was a lot of good moves that were hitting this match. Moves that I haven't seen Dean Ambrose hit in a minute. Moves, a lot of moves that I saw AJ Styles hit at SummerSlam. He didn't hit every move, but he hit a lot of them that we saw. Yeah, he hit at SummerSlam on John Cena. This match pretty much ended the same way it ended on SmackDown. It was a terrible ending. Like, I wanted AJ Styles to win this match. And yes, AJ Styles won, but the way he won, dude, really, a kick to the nuts and then a freaking Styles Clash. It could have been better. There was a lot of endings that could have been better. Man, I mean, Ambrose is no longer champion. I mean, this was kind of obvious that AJ Styles is going to win anyway. I mean, you can't come off a win against John Cena and then find yourself losing to freaking Dean Ambrose, a lower class superstar. And I'm not saying that, John Cena is better than Dean Ambrose. In my opinion, from the way I see it, Dean Ambrose is better than John Cena, but in WWE terms, John Cena would be better than Dean Ambrose in this, point. So yeah, I mean it's kind of obvious who was going to win this match. Now my whole rating, I give this match about 5 stars. That's literally a half. That is the lowest rating I've ever given a show. This whole entire pay per view, the hype just died, man. Like the hype bros couldn't even make this entertaining. The hype was just broken. I mean, all this hype for the main, like from that hype, there was nothing going into this main event match with AJ and Dean Ambrose, and then the way it ended, the same way like it ended on SmackDown, it was nothing interesting. Freaking, you get all this freaking talk from Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, and then they don't even have the match, and then you have a crappy match with Kane. Who cares? Who freaking cares, dude? This meant nothing. It truly meant nothing. The crowd booed the whole entire time. I don't know if they were expecting a better reaction, but it wasn't good. Like I said, the most entertaining part of this whole show that I actually was into was the Heath Slater and Rhino match, and the fact that they finally won. Becky Lynch, win the women's title. Really feel like after all the losses she's been through, after all the losing, and they finally give her a title. But then now that they give her a title, it's almost like she's in the lower division. It's almost like she wasn't good enough to beat the other superstars, so now she gets drafted off to SmackDown with some, rookies and, Nikki Bella would be the only real challenge for her at this point. When, of course Alexa Bliss has beaten her already, but, she didn't do it on her own. And, I don't know. Well, we just got to tune in for Tuesday. I just hope that they do something drastic. Because for the past couple of weeks, Raw has been demolishing SmackDown. And when SmackDown first started, SmackDown was demolishing Raw. Now SmackDown is turning the same way it used to be. It's complete, total crap. It's not good. So like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think. Tell me how you felt. Maybe you actually liked this. Yeah, to me, it was lazy. I felt like they could have did way better than this. There's a lot of stuff they could have did way better. Especially when they involved that hype. But yeah, you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'm tearing the flames out in the stove. Peace out.